but you have to know the time slots. So depending on the play that you want to get into. So I'll give you an example real quick. So, there's KKR. KKR likes to take a dip around 11 o'clock. So if I want to play KKR, and because that's usually like if 9 times out of 10 KKR, that dip is the last dip of the day for them. And like I said, it all depends on the market, right? So you have to gauge the market. So 11 o'clock, what I do is I park on the side real quick. And I'm like, all right, let me look at the next 15 minutes and see the direction, if I'm right or not, because I look at patterns. And so at 11 o'clock or 11:30, I'll see the big dip. And I'm like, all right, you know what? Let me look at the pricing. If it makes sense, I'll put a bid in. And if it hits, perfect. If it doesn't, we'll look at the market around 1:30 and see what's going on, right? So I plan my my scheduling or my breaks or my lunch according to when I need to look at the market.
Romeo here has a real job, but he's also a full-time trader. So much so that he has his own channel on our Discord server where he goes ahead and posts alerts, answers questions, and helps out all of the members that need it.
Right. So what I do is I have to gauge the market. When I gauge the market, I'll figure out, time slots, right? So between 9:30 and 10:30 is my time where I have to focus on the market. So I'll pull over, I'll take a break or I'll stop and focus on that particular time frame. So if it's a 15-minute time frame, it gives me an idea. Okay, I'm like, I got 15 minutes to focus on this, the market. So I'll stop by somewhere, like I'll pull over, like right now, pulled over. I'll look at the market and I see, okay, does it make sense for me to make a play right now, right? If at 2 o'clock, between 1 and 2 o'clock is very volatile because it's, lunch is over and some stocks move or whatnot, then you do 1 to 2 or 2 to 3. And so from 3:30 to 4, that's my time where, I'm focusing back on the market. So if I'm making a drop off around 3 o'clock or 3:15, I kind of prolong it, right? So I'll drive really, really slow, like really, really slow. And then I'm like, all right, I'm almost there. They'll give me a call. Hey, Romeo, where you at? And I'm like, I'm almost there. It's not even a year yet. So I started last year in March. No, February, end of February, March is when I started.
Okay.
But it was just more like, everybody's talking about making money. They're making money in Bitcoin or Dogecoin or whatever, and I had no idea about anything. And all I know is there's Apple, Apple. That's so I was like, oh, there's a stock with Apple. Okay,
right.
Maybe that's good. And somebody told me to, just try it out. Go on. He gave me an app, Webull, and he said, yeah, just go in there and pick random stocks, and it might go up. If it goes up, you sell it, you make money. So I was like, all right, that sounds good enough. What's it to lose? I lose $100, $200, whatever. So I was like, it's better than just sitting in the bank account and not doing nothing. I do marketing and sales and entourage, work for a CBD company. And, we sell CBD products to stores, to locations, to gas stations, you name it. So it's mostly just in sales, but in a little bit higher position. But I love being out there and just talking to people. And you have this Matt character that,
he is a character.
He is. I love him. But he seems to know what he's talking about, So I was just like, why not? Let me just follow him. And he was following the one person that he was only following one person at the time, which was the same person that, I used to follow, right? Or vice versa, whatever. And so I was just listening, and just like reading what he's saying. And they came out with Twitter. Then I was like, all right, let me just follow him on Twitter, and then he made a video, he made a couple of streams, and it's just like, oh, that makes sense. Oh, that makes sense. I could do this. This makes sense. Okay, get into options. So I opened up Robinhood, and I'm like, yeah, I'm going to do this. I put a couple $100 in. I'm like, I'm going to do this. I get into all the wrong options because, Matt didn't really talk too much about, about what to pick or whatever, because it was brand new at this point, right? 349 really didn't exist at this time.
Right.
And, and I'm like, yeah, I could do this, Apex and all these other ones. They're like EBON and, oh man, like, just looking at, the dollar amounts, and I'm like, I could do this, and yeah, that didn't really work out too well. Yeah, but it was because of him. Like he talked about options and how you can make money, and that was like that kind of like I'm like, okay. I'm like, you know what, that sounds better. And I kept the Weeble in there just for the stocks at the time. Like,
Right.
I let a couple ride out, got into Mara, got into Neo, got into CCIV when it was like $17 or whatever. So I let some of those just pile in. I didn't focus on the Weeble. I just let them go, let it be. Then I just focusing on Robinhood. But when he talked about options, that kind of like, I liked it. It was just a little bit different. I pick and choose when I'm going to day trade, right? I don't go into the day and be like, oh, today I'm going to day trade. It has to make sense for me. I love doing day trades on Fridays because that's one of the most volatile days, right? Contracts expire. Mondays and Wednesdays, because if I'm planning on doing SPY or QQQ or any of the options that expire during the midweek, I have to look at how the pre-market is first. If it's lower than close, if it's higher than previous day close, just so that way I'm not putting myself in a situation where I'm stressed out and I'm watching. I have to watch it for like 20 minutes, 30 minutes, hour, and I miss out on other plays. And that's the problem with if I'm doing day trading, I can't. If I'm going to focus on that particular one, I might miss out on other ones because I'm looking at it and I'm watching it. Does it go up? Does it go down? Oh my God, do I have to get out? Right? That's the beginning. Now it's just like, all right, if I know that, hey, I'm going to get in, I have my price target. If it doesn't hit 75, okay, cool. I'm going to get out at this amount, right? So I don't have to watch it. But in the beginning, it's just like, it's crazy.
Right.
But I day trade when I feel that I can maximize the most amount of profit with my time, right? Because time is essential. So if I'm going to day trade, it has to make sense for me. No, in the market, definitely. Yes. It's happened about 2 times, and one was really, really brutal. But I think that's a story for another day.
Was that the brutal one where you came back from $87?
Yeah, about 82, 83, 87.
82, 83. Hey, I was giving you $5 more.
You were giving me $5 more than what I deserved at that time.
Yeah, now
that
is the story for the next video with you, because that is crazy. You brought it from 82 to how much?
We'll know next time.
But believe me, it's ridiculous. That amount is ridiculous. So you don't want to miss that.